Hey, this is Gene. I want to do a quick video. First of all, I want to say thank you for you guys that actually been subscribing to my channel. I got like 40 more over the last couple days, and I definitely don't want to get anything because what happened with Charlie. But it's nice that I'm getting some people out there, and I'm trying to just help out where I can later in my life. Sorry, I'm still dealing with this cold or COVID or whatever the hell it is. So I'm trying to not just cough everywhere because I've done this like 3 times and I can't get through it. But the reason I want to go in here real quick is because we're seeing an actual uniting of the right. I think that Nick started it a couple days ago with his eulogy and also his call of action to get away from foolishness and be serious about what the future holds. Let me get this real quick before I start calling and coughing again. And then Matt came out and defended him because they tried to come at him and said that one of his followers did this. But we found out today that apparently this person was rooming with a transgender person, which I don't really care about. But it might be the source of his change of what he believes. And people don't think that that can't happen. It happened to Colin Kaepernick as well. I'm going to try to get through this. I don't think I'm going to be able to. Anyway, wow. I'm so sorry. I'm going to try to get through this if I can because I've tried to do this 4 times now. I got somebody put a comment in one of my videos saying that I need to look what I'm going to say before I say it and try to tell me how to talk, and like they understand how my brain is. When I can't read something, even if I try to do it, I can't remember it. My short-term memory was damaged by my stroke. So if I sit there and try to remember something, I just can't I can't play it in my mind and then say it out. It's a very hard thing. And until you have a stroke, you won't know what that means. And everybody has strokes in different parts of the brain, okay? But I had it in my learning areas or my speech areas. But the big thing that's happened in the last 15 hours or so is, and I'm not going to show you the tweet, but if you follow Matt Walsh, you'll see he basically said, anybody on the right, I'm ready to have a discussion with, regardless of whatever our issues are. I'm going to put them away because this is a time for us to unite. And after he started defending Nick Fuentes. So that's the next point that we're going to. And now he's saying, I will give an olive branch to anybody. He doesn't trust the left because he believes that the left will probably try to kill him regardless. So people started responding to that and says, well, have fun with your new friends. So now, obviously, the next thing is they're going to call him. They're going to call Matt Walsh like a Holocaust denier if he sits down with Nick and they talk about the future of the right. I think that people are going to say, well, he's just doing it for capital reasons because he knows that Nick's the future and you want to tie yourself to him, It'd be kind of hard for that to be. I mean, is the entire corporate media going to support him? But obviously, if Matt Walsh sits down with Nick Fuentes, he will no longer be working under Ben Shapiro's stuff. I think that also that Matt Walsh saw probably the last interview that Charlie Kirk did, and that was with Ben Shapiro, and you could see how Shapiro was fishing around his feet, and his eyes were going this and that when he brought up the fact that secular Jews have something to ask, or they have to be accountable to, because they're supporting all the NGOs. Now, Charlie knew that everybody, that they are everywhere, right? And he says, he's gone through now. Like one of my comments called him a moderate groiper. He had made that change. Um, it's once you go down that rabbit hole, this is where we go, and that's why Nick said it years ago. He said at the end when shit starts going down, everybody's going to be America first. And when you become America first, you understand what that means, and that means it's biblical. And the issue is that Michael Knowles and Matt Walsh, especially, are that type of people. So maybe at first they're like, "Oh, Nick is just a troll, and he's not being serious about what really needs to happen. He's too young to really understand things." But I hopefully, and I think this probably happened. I think that Matt probably watched him that night, and he said, "You know what? This guy's not going out. He's not going out and say go out and kill people because of it. He's using what Christ would have said, you know." And when you actually listen to what Charlie Kirk actually has to say, and the people have issues with him when if they actually listen to the entire quote or the actual speech, that he was a moderate person. He just invoked God. And everything that we have in the West is from a biblical standpoint. So I hope at this point that not just those guys, but even like Jason Whitlock, who has said stupid shit about Nick Fuentes, he'll maybe wake up, and maybe that will happen as well. Maybe we'll have this. Maybe Matt Walsh will have a conversation with Nick, Jason, and Michael Knowles and all that stuff, and there'll be a meeting of those not minds. I mean, Nick should be like that, but when Whitlock has this thing where he does every year, the Christian retreats that they have, Nick should be there, because the fact that Whitlock and those guys are not talking about the lack of fathers in the black community. So if Nick says it, it's somehow wrong. Anyway, there is an awakening, and the fact that I think Matt Walsh is understanding, and people are going to say he might do it just because he wants to get more money. Maybe but I don't think it is. I think he knows as a father that he needs that shit's coming, and Nick is a strength. He's not a deficit to this. But again, thank you for actually watching my videos, and I'll just keep you abreast where I'm at that, and I will definitely have comments. I'll respond to the comments, but when it becomes personal in nature, I will not respond to it. I'll remove it, and I'll try to educate you. It's just strange to me that somebody said that I need to go over the news so I'll be able to say it, but I'm doing the news, and I'm like, I'm not a news reporter. I'm a Generation X, older generation person that has seen a lot of stuff, served in the military, been around the world, and I want to defend what America is. But when the questions come my way, I will tell you exactly what the truth is, and I will do it from my experience, but also from a biblical worldview. And I will not shy away. Why would I ever do that? I saw a decent man, be shot in cold blood in front of millions of people. I will never stop talking about it. And I hope to God at the end of the day that we all get together and we get our country back. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later on.